So check this out. Check this out. Hold up. Hold up. Get this shit straight slightly. Shit. But yeah. Basically, this is the deal, dog. But I want to push this shit back slightly. Let me see. I might just do another. Let me see something real quick. Hold up. Hold up. I'm getting this shit raised. I push this shit. Go ahead. Let me in. Not exclusively. Let me see something. Let me see this. Shit on the stretch. Ah, that shit on the stretch there. Alright, fuck that shit. Forget about that shit. Let me see something. Maybe I could just unplug this shit. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. See something. Oh shit. Let's see what it do. Videos. Oh, that shit brought me back in the mix. Let's go. So basically, this shit straight. Alright, there you go. That's how. Alright, basically, 63% of da da da, and that's to support the middle class lie, da da da. We just got more evidence that the middle class in America is rapidly disappearing. What? But look at this picture. What is this? Lefty? Da da da. But let's see. According to news that was just released, 62% of all gigs in the U.S. do not pay enough to support a middle class lifestyle. That means that the American dream is truly out of reach for most of the country at this point. Today, Americans are working harder than ever, but the cost of things continues to rise much faster than our checks are increasing. Earlier this month, I went and looked at the latest numbers from the SSA, and I discovered that 50% of all American workers make less than 533 a year, but that is just about poverty level. In fact, the federal poverty level for family of five is currently 29,420. Most families are just barely scraping by from month to month, and most U.S. workers are just one um, major setback away from falling out of the MC. It wasn't always this way. At one time, America had the strongest, most vibrant middle class history of the world. But now the latest study has discovered that it's only 38% of people who get the middle class. Um, whatever. When wages are weighed against the cost of living in the larger 204 metro regions across the nation, 62% of gigs don't do enough for a dual income household with children to meet the definition of middle class, according to a new opportunity index. Wow, an opportunity index. That's a interesting word. cool, cool phrase. It sounds like opportunity index. Developed by Third Way, a DC-based think tank. Um. It's no wonder why so many people are shopping at Walmart and the Dollar Tree these days. For many Americans, those are literally the only places they can afford to shop. U.S. metro areas rank best words for middle class jobs. Ta-da. They just name off some cities. Uh, cities that I don't know. I don't really deal with. Well, that's LA right there. These are the big cities that I don't know. But yeah, um, when I was growing up, it seemed like literally everyone else around me was MC, but now, um, not now. But here's a breakdown of some more of the numbers from this latest study. It's saying that what 30% of gigs are hardship gigs, meaning they don't allow a single adult to make ends meet. 32% are living wage gigs, enough to get by but not to take vacations. Say for retirement or be in a moderately priced home. 23% are middle class gigs, allowing for dining out, modest vacations, and putting some away for later, whatever. 50% retirement. 15% are pro gigs, paving the way for a more comfortable lifestyle that includes more elaborate vacations and entertainment and more expensive home. 30, 32, 23, and 15. Does that break down to be 100? Possibly, huh? 30 plus 32, that's what, 62? 62 plus 23. 62 plus 23 was that 80, 62 plus 23, that's almost 80 something, and then we got 15. That's close to 100. Uh, most, how, uh, hmm. And the definition of a middle class income changes based on where you at. As the study noted, it is much cheaper to live a middle class lifestyle in the middle of the country. Da, da, da. USA Today profiled one of those deeply frustrated workers in a recent article. Esther Akuteke, who lives in Brooklyn, NY, has a good gig as a public relations specialist that pays more than 50K a year, but because of the 1440 a month rent on their studio apartment in the prospect the First Gardens neighborhood, that she never takes vacations, dines out just once a month, and scrapes together dinner leftovers for lunch the next day. Damn. Yeah. Can you identify with Esther? I sure can. It can be so crushing to work as hard as you can, only to realize that your goals are now further away than ever. At this point, Esther's not even sure that she would ever be able to afford to have children. What the fuck? You see, is that a whole nother article? But I'm frustrated with the fact that I'm not going to be able to save anything because my rent is so high. Wow, my rent is almost it's less than a stack. Put it like that. I don't even know if I can afford to have children. We have been told that the economy has been booming in recent years, but the truth is that it has only been booming for people at the very top of the pyramid. For most Americans, it is. If the last recession never ended and things just seems to keep getting worse, there's an opportunity crisis in the country, says Jim Kessler, Vice President of Policy for Third Way, and editor of the report. He explains some of the economic uneasiness and frankly, the political uneasiness, even amid the most robust U.S. economy and labor market since before the Great Recession of '07-'09. But is the economy robust, or are we being fed a line by the mainstream media? The MC is not thriving, and increased regulations and higher taxes make it difficult for people to branch out on their own and create their own business. We definitely need to make it much, much easier for people to start small businesses, and this is something that I have written about extensively. Small business creation has traditionally been one of the primary vehicles for upward mobility in our nation, but right now the rate of small business creation is hovering near all-time lows. We desperately need to get that turned around if we ever want to have any hope of restoring vitality to our middle and see if we continue tonight more than half a million Americans in the ranks of the poor are growing with America needs a strong middle class because the middle class is disintegrating at a startling pace. What? If we are not able to reverse this trend, what is the future going to look like for our society? What the fuck? Wow. Let me see what the comments talking about. But I'm gonna get to that shit. What the economy talking about?